Hey everyone, and welcome. So, let's talk about AI and marketing. I think we've all moved past just using it to write a quick social media post, right? Today, we're going way bigger. We're talking about how to turn AI into a true strategic partner, one that helps you build entire campaigns, right from the ground up. Let's dive in. And just before we get going, I want to be clear where all this great info is coming from. This explainer is pulled directly from Chapter 6 of a fantastic tutorial by Virtualization Options LLC.
Seriously, just think about that for a second. What if that partner never got tired, had been trained on a massive amount of data, and was ready to go whenever you are? This isn't just about a tool anymore, is it? We're talking about a co-strategist. And that little shift in mindset, well, that's at the core of everything we're about to cover.
Right, so this is where we have to change our thinking. AI isn't some junior copywriter you just hand tasks to. Think of it more like a co-pilot. You're collaborating with it through the entire strategic process, from the very first bit of audience research all the way down to the final channel tactics.
And this is absolutely key. Let's get this straight. AI is here to make you better, not to make you obsolete. It's about taking your strategic vision and using AI to build it faster, to explore more creative angles, and maybe even find connections that you might have missed on your own. So, where do we even begin? Well, like any great campaign, it all starts with a deep understanding of your audience. Now, a huge mistake people make is asking AI to just invent customers out of thin air. But the real power, the magic, happens when you use AI to deepen the knowledge you already have.
I can't stress this enough. An AI's insights are only as good as the context you give it. You know the whole garbage in, garbage out thing? It's exactly that. By starting with your real customer data, you anchor its analysis in reality. It stops being a fiction writer and becomes an incredibly powerful research assistant.
Okay, so this slide is basically your cheat sheet for doing it right. It's a ladder. You start at the bottom. Step 1, give it the real-world facts, ground it. Then, step 2, you ask focused questions about what you need to solve. And finally, step 3, you let it fly. You ask it for those deeper insights to find nuances and segments you hadn't even considered. It's a beautiful process.
All right, so once we've got a really solid handle on who we're talking to, the next big question is, what are we going to say? This is the creative spark, that big idea at the heart of the campaign. And this, my friends, is where the quality of your prompt changes absolutely everything.
And this just nails the point perfectly. Look at the difference. The weak prompt, "Give me campaign ideas," is basically a lottery ticket. Sure, you might get lucky, but you're probably going to get a lot of generic junk. The strong prompt, that's a real creative brief. You're giving it the strategic guardrails it needs to actually innovate for you.
And here are those guardrails. Each of these is a critical guidepost. The goal tells the AI what winning looks like. The audience keeps it relevant. The channels dictate the format, and the constraints, honestly, this is my favorite part. They actually force creativity by setting smart boundaries.
And it goes even deeper than just ideas. You can ask the AI to build out a whole messaging framework based on what makes you unique in the market. As the source material points out, it's not just reporting what happened, it's recommending what you should do next. That's a move from just data to actual strategy. Okay, so we have our audience and we have our core message. Now we need the blueprint. How do we turn these big, exciting ideas into a real, tangible day-to-day plan? This is where AI can be an unbelievable accelerator in creating your content calendar. See, instead of just asking for a random list of blog topics, you start with your strategy. You tell the AI, hey, I want a specific content mix like this, a balance of product stuff, thought leadership, and the basics. When you do that, you guarantee the calendar it spits out is strategically sound, not just a grab bag of ideas. And here's what you get back. It's beautiful. This isn't just a list, it's an organized plan. You can literally see how it's taken those big strategic goals, like supporting a feature launch, and woven them right into a weekly schedule. It's organized, it's actionable, and it was probably generated in minutes, not days.
All right, the blueprint is locked in. Now for the final piece of the puzzle, execution. A brilliant campaign idea still has to be adapted to work across all your different channels. Because let's be real, what works for an email is totally different from what works on social media.
This is such a fantastic reminder. Every single channel has a specific job to do. So when you're prompting your AI, you have to reflect that. You don't just ask for some content. You ask for an email sequence designed to nurture leads, or a social campaign designed to build community. Specificity is always your best friend.
But here's the next level move. Don't just plan your channels in their own little silos.
Ask the AI to think like an integrated system. A prompt like this forces it to create a connected strategy, making sure all your channels are working together, reinforcing the same message, like a well-rehearsed orchestra. So as we start to wrap this up, the big shift we've been talking about this whole time should be crystal clear. It's about evolving how you see AI, moving it from a simple task-based tool to a genuine collaborative teammate in your marketing strategy. If you remember only one thing from this whole explainer, please let it be this. The #1 job of AI in your workflow is to be a strategic partner, not just a content monkey. Your strategy is the fuel that makes the AI engine truly powerful.
And these are the principles that make it all happen. You are the strategist. The AI is the superpowered executor. You provide the real-world context. You break down huge campaign goals into small, answerable questions. And you use this incredible technology to accelerate your own expertise, never to replace it.
So I'll just leave you with this question to chew on. With this new way of collaborating, is it possible that your next breakthrough campaign idea isn't waiting in some long, boring meeting, but is actually just one great prompt away? Thanks so much for joining me.